'Cause you know the world is beautiful, so beautiful. 'Cause you know the world is beautiful, so beautiful. And I just can't hide how I feel about you. Nothing can take that away. 'Cause you make the world so beautiful, so beautiful. I was restless and stranded on my own. Time seems endless when nothing's going on. But you came round and turned it upside down. You saved me when I was helpless, but now that darkness gone.
Hello and welcome to a new vlog. I am actually starting the April vlog on April 7th because I have been away for the past week. I was in New Orleans for Creators and Friends. It was amazing. So I did put a vlog up all about that just for that week because it deserved its own vlog. It was so special. I'm coming down hard from it. Like, you know, when you have a really good vacation or a really good moment in general in life and you're like, how do I get back to normal from here? I'm having that bit of trouble, but feeling super grateful, super grateful. So this month I have some exciting things coming up, just even things that like are not, you know, mind-blowing, like a vacation away or anything like that. Like I'm gonna hang out with my mom next weekend. I'm going to a plant sale. I've got just a bunch of cool stuff going on. Haggis is very concerned that I'm talking to no one in the kitchen. You say hello? Look at that handsome boy. But I figured I would start this vlog the way I've done a few in the past. And guys, let's look at my HelloFresh for the week, shall we? So this is a week we did get 3 meals. And again, like I always say, I am not sponsored in any way by HelloFresh. We just enjoy it. So I tell you guys what I've gotten for the week. So I'll talk about that one last because that one is like the one I'm most excited about. So we are going to start with smoky chicken thighs with yellow rice. We have gotten this a few times before. The only thing that throws me off is like when you're having Mexican food or like, you know, it has, you know, does this have like Southwest seasoning in it or something? It usually does. Oh, it doesn't. It just has turmeric and paprika. But usually these have like Southwest seasoning and then they have peas. But this is always good. And then we are also getting creamy pasta Toscana. It's a 1-pot recipe. I always prefer these because like, I don't know. I feel like with HelloFresh, I have a tendency, if you've ever used any of these meal delivery services before, where all of a sudden I have 90 dishes in the sink and I'm like, this was supposed to make life easier, but this is so good. It's so simple. It's only 7 ingredients and it's like pasta with like a bit of Parmesan and some grape tomatoes and spinach. So damn good. So damn good. And then finally, I'm real excited about this one. Gouda, prosciutto, and fig jam sandwiches with tomato and arugula. I am so hungry right now at this very moment. So Tim is mowing the lawn and all I want is to eat. It's 3 o'clock. I need some lunch. Hello. So it is currently Monday, April 8th. I am officially back to work after Creators and Friends. Not gonna lie, I'm having a little bit of, like, you know the phrase, the Sunday scaries? Well, it's Monday. So I'm having the Monday scaries. I walked back into several hundred emails to, you know, my regular 9-to-5 job, and I've been working since 6:30 this morning. It is currently 1:45 p.m. But in about 15 minutes starts the solar eclipse. Now, you might be wondering why I'm not wearing my fancy glasses, because I waited too long and everywhere is sold out. But I am going to try really hard. You might not even see this section if it doesn't work. If you're seeing this, that means something worked. I'm going to try to set up my camera to take a time lapse of it. I don't know how much, I'm not gonna be able to do the whole thing because my camera does not like to record for, you know, like an hour at a time. And I believe it starts a little bit here where I am after 2 p.m. 3:21 p.m. is the point of, I'm gonna say totality, but here in Maryland, we're not getting totality. I believe we get about 89%. And then it goes from there. So I just want to capture it like right at that center point. It's going to be difficult though, because I can't look at the sun. So I'm going to kind of have to gauge where it is and just look through my camera. But yeah, it's exciting, but I'm going to be in meetings when it's happening. Also, for what it's worth, so it's like past noon, I've eaten my lunch for the day and everything like that, but I find this kind of interesting. So I will say this part is not sponsored at all. Like none of this vlog is sponsored or anything like that. But I have been feeling like really run down since I got back from New Orleans. This lighting though, it is just so gloomy out that the lighting is like vicious. But anyway, I've been feeling so run down and having like a really hard time waking the hell up. And it's funny because I've been talking with other people that were on this trip that are having the same issue. Like you guys, usually when I get back from a vacation, I feel pretty like rested, and or like it'll take me like a day to catch up. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'll need a nap or a day of resting or something like that. But I got back on Friday. It is now Thursday. It has been almost a week since I've been back and I'm still dragging ass. And I know I'm dehydrated. So today I decided, I was like, you know what? Let's see if being just really hydrated is gonna help, okay? And I have been drinking a ton of water, but I was like, maybe I need a little boost. So I'm having a liquid IV, and I've been like, they've sent me a bunch of different flavors. I'm not gonna lie, like I did not purchase this one, but this flavor is strawberry lemonade, okay? It's my favorite flavor. I've drank about this much. It was filled to there. I've drank about like a third. I feel freaking better already. Like I feel so much, like, I don't know. I just feel like more alert. Like it's just messed up how much like dehydration affects you. I don't know if you guys are the same way, but when I'm dehydrated, I feel like sick. I feel completely sick. So I don't know. It's helping me today. I'm very, very thankful. I'm very thankful. I will say, again, not sponsored, but I do have a code with them. So if you purchase Liquid IV or whatever, keep this code handy, because there are some times where they'll jack it up where you can get like 25% off using my code, or like 15% off or whatever. They just like, it varies. So like bookmark the code maybe so you can get yourself a discount. It is an affiliate code, I will say that, but I wouldn't promote it if I don't use it. I feel so much better. Hello, this is a very, very attractive angle and lighting, but today is Thursday, April 11th. And I haven't been on much because work was so insane while I was gone in New Orleans that I've just been like trying to play catch up. You know, I've been in meetings all day, which is not very exciting to see on a vlog. But I'm also playing catch up with sleep. So with vacations, I am still usually somebody who sticks to kind of my schedule. I am an early to rise kind of girl, okay? I can't sleep in. Like I physically can't sleep in, which kind of sucks at times. So like my body usually wakes me up. Like if sleeping in, a crazy day of sleeping in would mean I wake up at like 7. I usually wake up on my own between like 5:45 and 6:45. I don't know why there's like that random hour, but it's usually when I wind up waking up. So even on vacation, I woke up at that time, but instead of going to bed at 9 like I usually do because I'm 90 years old, I was going to bed at 1 or 2 in the morning every day. So I barely got any sleep. And usually it takes me like a day to catch up, like maybe a day where I just kind of relax and I'm not doing a whole lot. I think I might fully be okay today, but yesterday I was so messed up. Like I couldn't even stay awake at my desk. I have no idea what was going on. So I'm hoping that today is better with that. But today is another day of, again, just catching up with work. It's going to be like that for a while. Some exciting things happening in general this month. Okay, let me get into it. So this weekend I am hanging out with my mom and we're going to some sort of like, I don't want to call it a fair because it's not like that. It's almost like a flea market, but with independent vendors. So almost like a farmer's market, I guess you'd say, except no food. But there's supposed to be like hundreds of vendors there and it's in New Jersey. So I'm going to drive up to see my mom and we're going to spend the day there. I always love spending time with her because it's just, she's very easy to spend time with. We just, you know, we're like, okay, let's walk around and shop. And when I say shop, I don't even necessarily mean we're buying things. I mean that we're just like window shopping. So we walk around and shop and then we just eat something and then I come home and it's a 2-hour drive each way. It's very easy. So not too shabby. And then next week, I'm a little bit nervous, but I finally made the decision. I'm getting Invisalign. So my teeth are not too bad. They're not too bad. I did have braces as a kid. I had them for like 3.5, almost 4 years as a kid, but I did stop wearing my retainer once I lost it, and I didn't lose it. For what it's worth, I didn't lose it for 4 years after I got my braces off, and I think that's pretty damn good for a teenager. Just saying. But since then, I have had some shifting. This tooth kind of obviously is like sticking out. My bottom teeth really bother me. My bottom teeth really bother me, but what's bothering my dentist is the fact that I clench a lot apparently. So Invisalign is supposed to like really be good for that as well, because it sort of readjusts the bite a little bit, etc., etc. But like, I'm really nervous. I'm really nervous because I remember how it felt to have braces as a kid, like when your braces would get tightened and things like that. And pretty much everyone that I've talked to who has had Invisalign, like Betty Jean has kind of been my go-to because she's like almost at the end of her Invisalign journey. But everyone I've talked to is basically like, you are going to hate life for the first 1 to 2 weeks. You're going to wonder why the hell you did this. It's going to be awful. It's going to be terrible, but then you'll be okay. And I'm like, okay. So I just got to get past like 2 weeks of pain. But on top of that, some other really good things that are happening. One thing that I'm really excited about. So I have been wanting a certain tattoo for years and years, but I was like I would kind of keep my eyes open loosely for the correct artist for it, because it's something where I need a very specific kind of artist. And finally, not only did I find one, but they are local to me in Maryland. And not only are they local to me, but they're like 20 minutes away, which I'm so thankful for, because my last big tattoo, like the big one, was my, well, I mean, this is the last tattoo I got, but my thigh tattoo of my cat Spooky, I had to travel like 3 hours each way to New York City, and it was a very stressful thing for me, because I am somebody who tattooing hurts me. I'm not one of those people who's like, tattoos don't hurt, man. No, they hurt me. They hurt me. So adding travel on top of that is just kind of like, this guy is close, which I'm excited about. But when I booked the tattoo, which I want to say I booked it in mid-2023. Mid-2023, okay? When I booked it, they were like, great, okay, you're in. We got you. And I was like, thank you. And they're like, we can get you in February 2025. And I was like, I'll take it. But they said that they would keep me on a cancellation list just in case anything came up. And over the last like almost year, a lot has come up. Like a lot of appointments have popped up, but I've always either been too late to claim them or I couldn't take the appointment. This time I could. So I'm going at the very end of July to get my tattoo. It is going to be my other thigh, and it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one, and it's going to hurt. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited I'm getting in early because February 2025 is a long time away. Hi, I'm going to try this very attractive angle. I'm only looking down right now because the light is red in front of me. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking at the road. But today is Sunday. It is, I believe, is it the 12th or is it the 13th? It's the 13th, correct? No, it's the 14th. Oh my gosh. Like, I swear this month is flying by, and I've barely vlogged because, to be honest, like, I did do that trip to New Orleans and it was huge for me. But since then, I have been like a hermit. But today, it is currently 70 degrees on the dot. There is not a cloud in the sky. Like, can we see how blue the sky is? Probably not. But the sky is perfectly blue. There is a lovely breeze. I have every window in the house open right now. But I am taking myself, like, I'm taking a bit of an easier day today because I'm like, oh, this is really a good angle. I really just want to enjoy this day. It's so nice out. So, like, I'm about to go to the fabric store. I want to pick myself up some fabric for some makeup I believe that I'm getting. So I want to be able to take some good pictures with it. So I'm going to head to do that. I want to get some storage for my makeup room. I realized that I have a decent amount of like makeup cleaning supplies, like brush cleaning supplies, and they are all over the place. So I want to get them something, like get a container for all of them to go in. And of course I'm going to get a bubble tea because I'm me and it is bubble tea day because it's beautiful. This always happens to me whenever I go to Joann's. I will always find like two fabrics. I will find one That's pretty cool and, you know, fairly inexpensive. And then I will find one that is so damn perfect, but it is so damn expensive, but I still couldn't pass it up. Like, but when I say so damn expensive, this was like $18 a yard and it was 25% off. So it's not like ridiculous, but it is, look how cool that is. I want a dress made out of this now. I was so tempted to buy the entire bolt. So I keep having this issue as I'm looking for a basket where I'll be like, oh, this one's cute. I don't need 4. Someone has been loving this warm weather with the windows open. Haggis? Is it you, my bud? Are you one of the lovers? You one of the lovers? Oh, why are you? You guys, does your cat or dog ever come up to you and you're like, why are you wet? I mean, and it's not from that. He was wet on the top of his head, which unless his tongue is extraordinarily long, he couldn't get there. Was it you? Sir. Why are you being stinky? You're so stinky. Yes. Oh, give me that belly. Give it to me. No, don't fall. So it is currently Monday, April 15th. Happy tax day. Hey, but I am working. Obviously, I'm taking a little break. My lunch is cooking right now. And from here, guys, I am waiting. I'm waiting on a package to come in today. So if you're not already signed up, this is not like a pitch, but like US Postal Service, okay? You can sign up for something called Informed Delivery, and anybody can. And you can like check your mail each day, what's coming that day, blah, blah, blah. I've had a package coming to me, and I think I know what it is, but it doesn't say definitely who the sender is. It just says like the shipping company that is actually shipping the package. And I'm like 94% sure I know who it's from. And I'm very excited, and I want it right now. So my battery ran out while I was talking, but this package, y'all, I think it's from Melt Cosmetics, and I think it's the new 420 collection. I have my fingers crossed so hard. Like, you guys may or may not know, but first of all, Melt Cosmetics is my favorite makeup brand. Like, I love what they put out. The lighting in here is so weird. This lighting at least seems to be tolerable always, but I love everything they put out. Everything they put out. I'm just such a big fan. Like, I love the grungy tones and just their color stories, and I like the quality. And 3 launches ago, I think, or so, basically when the Bailey Sarian collection came out, Bailey had put me on the list to receive the collection in PR, which I was so incredibly thankful for. And then the owner of Melt kind of reached out to me and said that she's seen my videos in the past and like knows that I'm a big supporter, and they put me on the list for good, which like is mind-blowing to me. It is so mind-blowing. Like, I'm thankful every single time I get PR. Every single time. I have to admit though, this is the one that's most like, so if it's that, I'm just kind of trying to like prepare myself. Like, I washed my hair today. It's looking real frizzy today for some reason. I have no idea why. And like, I keep trying to style it the way the hairstylist did and having trouble. So I'm actually going back to the hairstylist this Friday to have her show me step by step how she did my hair, because it was so good. But anyway, I'm like doing my hair. I'm going to get my base on in between some work meetings. Like I said, I'm just making lunch right now. And yeah, fingers crossed that it's the package I think it is, because I will be disappointed if it's not. So I kind of can't believe that I hadn't shared this yet. But oh, by the way, hi. Happy Tuesday. It's April 16th. But when I went to Jersey with my mom, I didn't share much of that day because we had a bit of a family emergency. Everything is fine, I believe. But I didn't, film much that day because there was stuff going on. But while I was with my mom, one thing that we like to do, pretty much the thing we like to do, is eat and shop. And lots of times shop means window shopping for me. I don't make impulse buys, except I did because it was the Sephora VIB sale. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys what I got. It is only 4 items total. And they are all, no, one of them is like a new product. The rest of them are like old. So let's start with the new product. I did pick up one of the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Luminous Powder Blushes. This is my very first Rare blush. Can you believe it? I'm very shocked myself. You know what, guys? This is my very first Rare product. I don't own anything by Rare Beauty, and I've heard about them for so many years, and I've always wanted to try them, but just never have. So the shade that I got is Hope. Look how pretty this is. These, I know you've been seeing these everywhere, but like if you have a chance to swatch these in store, it's worth the hype. Look at that glow. Like, do you see on my finger like how it's not metallic? I'm not going to call it that, but like here, let's put it as like a little blush topper right now. Like it just adds a nice glow. Haggis, why are you screaming, buddy? But it just adds this really pretty glow that is very like, this is very smooth and silky, so it's not like gritty in any way. It doesn't look like glitter. I'm gonna leave this out of the box. I just wanted to show you guys, even though I'm sure this packaging, this probably get really dirty, it probably will. I also bought something, I have wanted this for literal years now. This has been, or at least a year, this has been on my wish list, but I just never did it. And I'm really excited to like fully try this. This is the Say Slip Tint. I also have never purchased anything from Say, but I've wanted this for so long. Like each time I go in store, I will try it on my hand and I really like the way it feels, and then I don't buy it. So I figure if I had a little bit of a discount, I am still, what is it, like insider level? So I got 10% off my purchase, which is nothing, but these are all things that I wanted for a while. So I'm excited to try that. I also got, so this is the most expensive thing that I bought and probably the most boring. The sunblock that I use every day is the Supergoop Play SPF 50. So I bought the big guy. This does have a pump. This retails for $68, which is not cheap, but when you look at it compared like per ounce to the regular size that I get, it does work out to be much cheaper. And I figure that if it's in this pump, like maybe my husband will use some. I'm trying to get him to use sunblock on his face. I'm trying really hard, but this is one I use literally every day, and I only use this on my face, but I will go through this. Like the expiration date is November, it's gonna be gone. And finally, the last product that I got is this Wow, like Color Wow Style on steroids. It's a texture and finishing spray. When I was in New Orleans, Khaki, who was formerly a hairstylist, she had that with her and she's like, I want you to try this on your hair. And I did, and oh my God, the volume it gave me was so intense and so amazing. Like it felt so, you know what? Let's use a little bit right now. This is exactly what she told me to do. She said, flip your hair one way, give a little spray, flip it the other way. And it gives like, look at that, look at that instant, like, oh, guys, see, this stuff is nutso. It's so good. I feel like I need to double check that this is cruelty free. Okay, phew, yes, they're cruelty free. I was like, I always check that before I buy a product, and I knew I checked it, but still, whoa, look at that. I mean, if you want your hair to stick straight out, it can, but like, it gives it so, look at that. That is, look at, I'm fucking obsessed. Pardon my French. This was expensive too. I want to say this is like 28 bucks. And but did you see how much I just used? I went like flip, spritz, and it's ridiculous. It is the most ridiculous, and I love it so much. But yeah, that's what I got. What else I have going on today? So I have meetings. I have a meeting in like 20 minutes, actually. I have meetings for work leading right up until noon, and then at 12:30, I'm getting scanned for Invisalign, and I'm not going to get any trays or anything today. I'm not going to get any work done as far as I know. Maybe I will. Maybe they'll surprise me. But I'm excited to get that process started. I'm nervous because I know that that first week is going to suck and it's going to be painful and uncomfortable. But guess what? After that, it'll be mostly smooth sailing. You know what also is not smooth sailing though? I don't even know if you're going to be able to see anything. Probably not. I burnt the hell out of my ear this morning with my curling iron, and I'm so sad about it. It's like just stinging, like when I'm just sitting here. Very annoying. Oh my God. Also, I forgot to put this on the vlog. The package that I was waiting for yesterday arrived, and it did, oh, I just dropped something, but it did turn out to be the new Melt Smoke Sessions 2 collection. I have a full video up on it. I just want to play with it so badly today, but I have to kind of have neutral makeup on. I have, again, a lot of meetings, Zoom meetings, and they probably wouldn't care if I came on there with like vibrant purple eyeshadow with neon green liner, but I like to keep it a little more neutral for a bunch of Zoom meetings. But like, guys, how amazing is this bag? Especially, I'm so glad because this does not come with the full collection. So I was like, oh, they're probably not going to send it. This is the, oh, I'm so happy to have this. But I will link the video down below in case you haven't watched it yet. But I'm so thankful they sent it to me. You guys, like, I know I've mentioned this before, but like, I am somebody who's still, and I know that people get annoyed when I talk about this, so skip ahead if you don't want to hear me talk about imposter syndrome or anything like that. I totally get it. But you know, I have trouble believing sometimes that like I deserve some things that I get, and I know I deserve them. I know I work really hard. You know, both at my regular job and at YouTube, I work very hard. But at the same time, it's like when good things come my way, I'm like, okay, but why me? Why me? Like, why did I get that? That's amazing. But this one, getting on Melt's PR list was definitely like is this a mistake? Is somebody going to call me out on it? But no, at this point, like, this is the third package I've gotten. And the owner has been so kind to me. Like, each time she has sent me like personalized messages to thank me for reviewing, and just, she's been so freaking sweet. Like, Laura is the one I'm talking about. I'm not saying Dana's not sweet, but the other owner, but I just have never talked personally with her. But it's just like, I'm so incredibly thankful, like so ridiculously thankful. I see sometimes some YouTubers where they will have piles upon piles upon piles of PR, and they go through it and they're like, here's everything that I got in PR this week. Oh, look, I got some Color Wow. Thanks, Color Wow. I got Super Goop. Thanks, Super Goop. And they just seem so kind of bored by it. And I'm like, how can you be bored when a brand believes in you enough to send you something? And yes, at the end of the day, you know what we're doing? We are selling for them. We are salespeople in a way, but we are not obligated. Like, I'm not obligated to post about Melt. I'm not obligated to post about any of the things that are not sponsored videos. So we are selling for them, but it still feels so good when a company's like, you know what, you believe in our product enough, or we want you to try it because we think you're going to love it. You know, there's something that I will never take for granted when it comes to that. I just will never take it for granted. Anyway, I'm being super cheesy for a Tuesday, but have you noticed my new bag? Guys, this is so freaking cool, right? Like, oh my God, I love this. I want to wear it everywhere. So despite it being very gray and very ugly outside, I woke up this morning and I was like, Linda, go for a walk. Go for a walk, and don't just go for a walk. Drive out to your favorite spot to go for a walk and go for a walk there. And then I was like, you know what? I don't feel like it. I'm just not going to do it. Literally turn on the news and they say it's National Exercise Day. They forced me. So come along with me. I'm taking about a 3-mile walk on the prettiest trail ever. I feel like all of my videos today have been like little tiny snippets, but there's a town next to us that every Thursday has like food trucks, and my favorite food truck is here this week. So I'm taking myself out for a solo dinner date. So it is Friday the 19th, and the reason I did not update further, I have to tell you guys a story first. First, I do want to say I did film today for the first time with the Unearthly Cosmetics, the Spring Magic. I'm really happy with it. I actually really like this look. I like the yellow waterline. I'm loving all of it. Anyway, last night, so I did the food trucks, right? Here's the thing. I was in like a little bit of a funky mood. I'm not going to lie. I was just, I don't know. I just had a kind of like meh day. So I was like, okay, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to get my taco bowl. So I get my taco bowl. I'm really excited, right? And I walk out onto the field where you can like lay down, or you can put your stuff down. And I'm looking and I'm like, oh, the first area I step in, I'm like, oh, it's muddy here. Okay, I got to go over there. I'm going to go up like a little bit higher where it's not as muddy. And as I'm walking, I see a couple of my friends sitting there. Like, I was like, hey, okay. So their kids are off playing. I was like, do you guys mind if I sit with you? And they're like, no, come on over, da, da, da. So I put out my towel. I was like, oh my God, it's so good to see you guys. And right as I sat down, when I tell you I sat in a mud puddle, It was not a little bit of mud, y'all. It was not a little bit of mud. It went through the towel. It went through the hoodie that was tied around my waist. It went through my pants. It went through my underpants. It went through everything. So there I was, covered in mud. And then I was like, oh my God. And I stood up and my boot sank all the way into the mud until it covered the top of my foot. And I was like, you know what? It was really good seeing you guys. I'm going to go home now. So I came home and I was cranky as fuck. My taco bowl was delicious, but it definitely like kind of soured the day. But anyway, that day is past. It's a new day. So today I am taking my lunch break. Actually, I filmed before work, got done a bunch of work, and now I'm taking my lunch break real quick. And I'm going to get, it's not that I'm getting my hair done. So when I got my hair done a few weeks ago, my cut, I loved it. It was like a month ago now. And I love that cut so much. And I love the way that my girl styled it and everything. But you guys, oh, this is, sorry, I was covering it up. I have not been able to style my hair like that since. Like, she gave it so much volume here. I bought every product she used. I watched her like a hawk. But I'm going back for her to show me again how she does it. Because I just really want to know, like, I've got something in my eye, excuse me. But like, I just want to know what magic she did. Again, like, so right now my hair is just, she asked for it to just be clean with no product in it and just freshly shampooed. This is my natural hair texture with nothing in it. It is straight. It is limp. My hair is very like silky, which is, I mean, I know a lot of people like that, but I like there to be texture and volume. So we'll see what she can do. She freaking killed it. She freaking killed it. And here's the thing, like, I just hope I can do this. I watched like a hawk. I filmed it. Like, why can't my hair look like this 24/7? Hello. So there has been a delay in filming vlogs. I genuinely don't remember the last time I picked up the camera this month because work has been just, I know I always say this. Trust me, I know I sound like a broken record, but my work, my 9-to-5 job has been extremely busy. And my weekends lately have been a lot of relaxing, to be honest, because now that spring is here, I don't know if anybody else is like this. If you are somebody who, like me, maybe you have seasonal depression during the colder months. I know a lot of people also get it during the warmer months. I understand that. But if you get it during the colder months, as soon as spring hits, do you start making like a ton of plans that you just didn't have the energy for when you were just in a funk? Because that's the way I get. So I've all of a sudden noticed that from like here on out, I don't have like a weekend where I don't have at least one plan through the end of June. And I'm like, what the hell? But today, got something big going on today. Got something very big and I'm very nervous about it. Sorry, it's just easier to put the camera down so I know that this is like always the angle, but I got a big window in front of me. But anyway, okay, so story time. I have wanted a certain tattoo for years, okay? For years and years, but I couldn't find the artist that I wanted to do it because it's something that is very special, but it's also something that not every tattoo artist can do. Like, you know how certain tattoo artists have certain specialties? Well, I wanted a portrait. A portrait is very, very, like, it's a very specialized form of tattooing, right? Because you've got to have detail. It should look like you know, whatever you're getting the portrait of. I do have a portrait tattoo on my thigh of my first cat, Spooky. I'll actually put a picture right here. This was done by Megan Massacre, who works out of New York City. She was on New York Inc. back in the day. And it's interesting because like I found her because of New York Inc. But this tattoo artist I found because of Instagram. I found them last year, like mid 2023. And I started just chatting with him on like Instagram DMs, but I knew his books were closed, but I was just like chatting, you know, in general. And he was like, you know, I was like, well, you know, it's my hope to get a tattoo done by you someday, but I understand your books are closed. I'll keep an eye out for when they open. He's like, well, what are you looking to get done? And I told him about it, and he was like, I would love to do that. So go ahead, email, say that you got like permission from me to email this address, blah, blah. And I made an appointment, okay, for 2 years later. My appointment is February 2025, but they promised they would keep me on a list where they would notify me of cancellations, which they have done. And I've gotten notices, unfortunately for the artist, of so many cancellations, but I've always missed out. I've always missed out or just not been able to take it because of work or other things. And this time I was able to take it. So my tattoo is today. I'm nervous for a lot of reasons. Okay, one big reason I'm nervous, my other thigh, it hurt. I am not one of those people who says tattoos don't hurt, okay? That tattoo hurt, okay? And I had to tap out after a while. And I'm nervous, you know, that I'll have to tap out because I don't like doing it. I don't like being squirmy or annoying or anything like that. I like being the one, of course, that tattoo artists are like, she sat like a rock, but I'm not that girl. You know, tattooing does not feel good to me as much as I enjoy my tattoos. They don't feel good to me. So I'm a little bit nervous that I'm gonna have to tap out, but also my allergies are kicking my butt the past few days. Every tree in Baltimore exploded at the same time. And my allergies are usually pretty bad, but I've talked to other friends and they're like, no, this season is so much worse. So I'm on my allergy meds and everything like that, but like I'm tired and my head hurts. So I'm going to just get tattooed and, you know, go as long as I can today. And I'm very, very, very nervous. I really hope it turns out good because if it doesn't, I do not want to be on one of those tattoos, those like TV shows called like World's Worst Tattoo or like Please Fix My Tattoo. Please cross your fingers for me. You're going to see what I get done today. I don't see how we're going to finish today. Even if I sat the full 6 hours, which is what I have booked, there's no way he can finish it today, even though he claims he can. Who knows? Maybe he's super fast, but we're going to get tattooed today. Wish me luck. I've got my emotional support Gatorade right there, ready to go. I've got some candy in my purse. I'm about to have a big lunch. It's 9:45 a.m., but I'm going to have a big lunch before I go so that I am nice and prepared. I've been chugging water. Let's do this. I'm nervous. Hello, today is Wednesday, April 30th, and I'm going to be ending the vlog here, but I feel like a good place to end it would be to show you my tattoo. So my tattoo, I did not check in afterwards because to be honest, like getting a tattoo is literal trauma to your body. So I was very out of it. And also as soon as the tattoo is done, they cover you with this covering called Saniderm, which if you're not familiar with it, it's like a clear film. It almost looks like Scotch tape that goes over the whole tattoo and it keeps it kind of moist so that it doesn't dry out immediately and everything like that. And it helps it to heal a lot better, which is wonderful. But like as soon as it's on, it's not worth taking pictures or video of or anything like that. So I'm going to show you, I have just removed the Saniderm after 5 days. Thank goodness. Because it's just like, it kind of pulls at the skin a little bit and it's just uncomfortable if you move the wrong way, but it's completely fine. But keep in mind, it is a tiny bit dry right now, which I'm surprised at, but I did just put some Aquaphor on it, so it kind of keeps the moisture in, but here's my tattoo. And there we have it. So we have a portrait of Tim Curry as Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show, and if you want him to wiggle to say hi, there you go. But I was really happy. I have a mole here. I think you can probably tell, but I was like, can we please not tattoo over this? Because to be honest, when I was little, I was really self-conscious about that mole. And my mom always told me, she's like, it's not a mole, it's a beauty mark and it's what makes you beautiful. And to this day, I'm like, please don't cover it. Like I even had a dermatologist once when she was doing a full body check. She's like, there's nothing wrong with it, but we can totally remove it for aesthetic purposes if you want. And I'm like, don't you touch it. So I'm graduating to my table spot to say thank you so much for watching this month's vlog. I hope you had fun with me. Next month should also be fun. I am taking a very short little trip. I am going to a town, when I say a town-wide yard sale, I have never seen a town that does it. It's like back where I grew up and like 200 houses participate. So I'm hoping to be able to record some of that. I'm trying to think what else I have going on. I know I have like every weekend in May filled already, which is kind of overwhelming, but kind of awesome too. So I'm excited about May. I'm excited about spring. I'm excited about summer coming already. It is so hot this week in Baltimore. I hope you had a wonderful month. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you're still enjoying these, and I will see you in May. Bye.